Ladies and gentlemen, this is TVP World. You're watching another edition of Military Mind, bringing you news from the front lines. I'm your host, Benjamin Lee. Overnight into Tuesday, Ukraine came under a massive drone assault. The Ukrainian Air Force says Russia launched more than 150 drones at targets across the country. As a result of the attacks, one person was killed and 3 others wounded in the frontline city of Kherson. Throughout the day, continued artillery shelling killed another person and wounded 18 more. During the night of October 7th, Russian forces also struck Ukraine's energy and railway infrastructure, targeting the Poltava and Sumy regions. In Poltava, the strikes damaged a locomotive depot, power supply facilities, traction substations, administration and warehouse buildings, as well as rolling stock. Now, more than 1,000 households in Poltava and nearby communities were left without power. Similar damage and outages were reported in the cities of Sumy and Kharkiv. Meanwhile, in Russia, the Defense Ministry claimed its air defenses shot down more than 180 Ukrainian drones. The regions of Voronezh and Nizhny Novgorod reportedly came under attack, where falling debris damaged energy and industrial facilities. Late on Monday evening, 3 drones were also shot down near the industrial site in Tyumen, more than 2,000 kilometers from the Ukrainian border. Regional authorities said there were no explosions, fires, or casualties, and nearby enterprises continue operating normally. This marks the first reported drone incident in Tyumen. Ukrainian open-source intelligence groups, however, claimed the local oil refinery in the city may have been hit. Now, on the front line, the situation between Pokrovsk and Konstantinivka has become clear in recent weeks. In early August, Russian units advanced about 20 kilometers into Ukrainian defenses, reaching the Dobropilya to Kramatorsk road and appearing on the northeastern outskirts of Dobropilya. By early October, Russian forces had likely stabilized their positions at the base of the breakthrough. However, Ukrainian sources reported that their troops counterattacked and recaptured several settlements previously taken by Russian forces. Analysts say it is unlikely that Russian troops will be able to continue their advance towards Dobropilya or Kramatorsk. Their logistics remain strained. With no control over key roads or large settlements, Russian forces cannot safely amass reserves or shield themselves from Ukrainian drone strikes. In the Sumy region, a unit from the Piran Industries, part of the 103rd Separate Territorial Defense Brigade, carried out a successful operation to detect and destroy a mobile Russian group. The unit command says these local ambushes are an effective way to disrupt enemy supply routes and eliminate small assault groups trying to move along rear roads. In the Donetsk region, Ukrainian fighters from the Phoenix unit showed exceptional skill and composure, repelling another Russian attempt to break through the defenses. Russian forces tried to use worsening weather conditions to secretly advance towards Konstantinivka. Tanks and infantry fighting vehicles took part in the assault, moving under the covers of smoke screens in an effort to enter the city. But Phoenix UAV operators, working with neighboring units, detected the threat in time. From the first minutes of the attack, drones carrying ammunition targeted the enemy's equipment, halting the advance. Heavy bombers then struck enemy concentration points, finishing off the armored vehicles that had stalled in the fields of Donetsk region. Fighters from the Ukrainian National Guard's Spartan Brigade continue to effectively control the skies over Pokrovsk. In September alone, the unit destroyed more than 100 Russian Molniya kamikaze drones aimed at Ukrainian positions and equipment. Operators report daily Russian attempts to break through in the air, but thanks to their experience, coordination, and modern UAV countermeasures, no enemy drones has reached the target. In the Lyman sector, fighters from the Third Army Corps carried out a lightning assault, breaking through fortified Russian positions on the outskirts of Hrekivka village. And during Reconnaissance, the command post spotted enemy activity in Dugout. The response was swift. A burst of gunfire and several grenades forced the enemy to surrender. Several Russian soldiers who tried to hide after losing their positions were taken prisoner. Despite mine thickets, chaotic fire, and isolated resistance, Ukrainian assault groups pressed forward and secured new positions.
Давайте, Вася! Жить будет! Пацаны, их наступает! Граната! Не убью, сука, выходи, нахуй! Не убьете! Обещаю, не убью, выходи, сука, с поднятыми руками! Выкидывай оружие, выходи, нахуй! На обмен, пойдешь домой, блядь, дурак! Выходи, блядь, потому что не будет другого шанса! Да не убиваем, блядь!
Братан, не убивай, родной, пожалуйста.
Давай, проходи туда.
Ну вы меня уже убили, согласен.
Просто укриття, мінімальна доповідь і виходьте сразу же на нас, продублюйте.
Проходите, проходите, не бойтесь.
Я иду, брат. Я иду, я
Проходите.
просто, брат.
Я зачищу блиндаж их.
Парні, хто там біля...
Крой.
Сильно стоїте на відкритті, сильно стоїте на відкритті. Просто його потягнути.
Йдемо до тебе з пленними. Візьміть, оті сигарети візьме з собою, підете в плен, і будете курити.
Спасибо.
Рюкзак собі візьму, не проти?
Вообще без проблем.
And with that footage, we conclude this edition of Military Mind. But for more news, update, and commentary, please stay tuned to TVP World.